Hello everyone and welcome to this Tap My Back review. Today I'm going to be talking you through everything you need to know about Tap My Back, and as usual, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll also be leaving a discounted link in this video's description so that you can always get your money's worth for Tap My Back. So, at its core, Tap My Back is a really useful and efficient employee engagement platform, allowing you to be able to communicate and get the most out of your employees and make sure that they really are recognized for the things that they do and things like that. It's basically designed to increase the efficiency and the workload of your company, whilst also rewarding, hearing feedback, sending messages, and getting analytics as to how you and your team are working in the software. So here is our main dashboard, and firstly, we can either choose a person or a team to tap. We can choose badges to sort of give to people depending on how they've done and what is the reason. And essentially, you're able to then give this to specific people in order to recognize them for things that they have done. So under the news feed, immediately, we have basically a list of things that have happened recently. So welcome Opulent. It also gives you a little bit of tasks that you can complete and understand how the software works. On the right, you can filter through your participation metrics. So you have how many taps have been sent or feedbacks have been sent and how many feedbacks on specific people have been requested. You also have a getting started video, top 3 badges, and also here you can invite people as well. Basically, it's more of an overview where you're able to see how well people are doing and performing and how many taps specific people have got to do with the specific reasons. Now, moving on to the main aspect, and this is giving a tap to somebody. So, for example, as you can see, giving a tap is simply showing appreciation to somebody in alignment with your organization's views and obviously like things that you abide by. Everybody can see these taps, and for that reason, they're they're good things for people to actually look at because people understand who's hardworking, who cares, who's doing a lot, and things like that. Anybody can give a tap either to one or more peers independently of hierarchy, so it doesn't matter where you are in the company. You can give it to people above you and you can give it to people below you, and everybody can also reinforce or vouch for that person by giving retaps or commenting in the feed when the tap shows up in the first option that we had a little look at. So it's not just the individual tap from the very first person. Everybody else can also give their input on that particular person's participation in the company, which I think is really good. It creates a much more netted community and also a much more positive community where your entire company can just feel like you're really egging other people on to do well and you want to do well yourself. It's a very fair system. So the Feedback Hub essentially allows you to look at all the different feedback that you've got. You can request or you can give feedback to people. Request is you basically, if you're worried about your performance in the company, you can ask the other people in there what you could do to improve. So it could be in the way that you do things, for example, how to improve your presentations, if that's something that you do. It could be how to check on your performance, maybe on specific skills or on a project that you've done, all these different things. Or if these aren't specific things that you want to actually focus on, then you're able to create a custom template. And basically, you're then able to select who you want to request the feedback from, whether you want it to be a particular person, or whether you want it to be a team of people on the software. You're able to do that too. You're also able to build your form by adding elements. So basically, you're able to add questions or dividers very simply, and this will pop up with the question and the answer, and a divider would look a little bit like this as well. And once you've got them all, you're able to name the feedback request and also add a description. So if people want to get a little bit of a more in-depth idea as to why you're actually requesting feedback, they're able to do that as well. And then under the optional advanced options, you have send recurring. So you can get, weekly or monthly or bi-weekly, bi-monthly, whatever you really want. However long you want between feedback, you can do that. Week, month, or you can customize. You can also choose a date to end the survey once maybe whatever you need feedback on is due in and you won't need the feedback after that. That's up to you. You can also schedule the sending if you wanted to, so delay to a future date, and also get notified every time that somebody answers. And then you can hit save as template, whether you want it to be a company or a team, that's up to you. We'll just select company, and then that will appear in your company templates tab. Now the give feedback page is slightly different. People in this page is basically where you're able to look at people who have asked for feedback and then therefore give that back to them. So if I go back to the original hub that we had and hit give feedback, this will bring us to this page, very similar, but we're able to use templates and we're able to create them as well. But we're then able to have a look at things that other people have done. So once they've submitted, it will appear in this page and you're then able to respond to them. As we know, I've already asked it, so it won't let me answer my own feedback request. However, other people who maybe, for instance, have created it that isn't me, you'll be able to obviously give feedback to those particular people very easily. Now on the left, we have feedback received, feedback given, and scheduled requests. And this is basically for you to be able to see what you've received personally, what you have given to people, and what you've said to people, so that if you want to refer to that at a later date, when somebody maybe wanted you to double check what you meant by something, then you're able to go into this tab here. And then you also have scheduled requests, which is basically a few things that you've got scheduled to be sent out. And if you may not need feedback on a particular thing, but you've scheduled it, then at any point that you want, you can simply go back on that and change it to not send out on the date that you wanted it to originally be sent out on. You're also able to send team messages. So once you've established a team and a large group of people in your network, what you're able to do is send out a big message to every single one of them. So as you can see, you can send a team message to your members that will show in their newsfeed. They will receive a notification, and if you are the account admin, it will show to everybody in the organization. So that is something you would want to bear in mind. You would have to specify the team. However, if you're the admin, which I am because I've created this, it will send it to absolutely everybody. The message supports video URLs, external links, and other things that users can navigate to. So I like how it gives you those little bit of information, so if you want to refer back to it at a later date, you can. And then you're able to simply just put in your team message, go ahead and put the preview, notify all team members by email if you wanted to, and go ahead and hit send. Also, if you want to make sure that all your employees are happy, you're able to also create surveys. So these are called pulse surveys, and essentially at their core, they're surveys of which you're able to get sort of feedback and answers on particular aspects of the company. So you have mood, development, burnout, organizational support, job satisfaction, things like that, just to make sure that everybody is happy and that they're not being burnt out. As you can see, they're not exhausted, they're happy with their workload, they're happy with how they're being treated, they're not being treated badly by people, and they're happy with the work that they're currently undergoing, things like that. And you're able to view drafts, ones that are active or finished, and also the analytics here of how many people have actually submitted and things like that. So obviously once people have done it, you'll be able to view sections like that. You can have pie charts to view, things like that you also just saw previously, pie charts, recognition, rewards if you wanted to, and other such things. Then you can also have the final three options, which are request demo, manage account, and log out. These are fairly self-explanatory, so we won't get into them, but apart from that, that is everything for Tap My Back. So now it begs the question, what do I think about Tap My Back and why might people want to use it? And we'll start with the second question. So Tap My Back is one of those softwares where what it does should be, common things that you would do. It should be disciplined. However, sometimes companies don't, and they don't look into the mental health and the satisfaction of their employees. They only care about the customers, and this completely fixes that. It allows you to understand where you're going wrong if there are issues within the company, and it allows people to be able to send that information straight to you. People who want to improve their company without having to bother with setting up vast different Google forms to gather everything in, this is an all-in-one feedback tailored platform that already comes with templates that you're able to use instead of wasting time creating things on Google or Microsoft Forms. So that is definitely why people would want to use this. And as for whether I recommend it, the simple answer is yes. It's so intuitive to use, it's very easy to use, it's friendly, and you can send them out very easily. You can also just send them out to people privately, or you can choose to email them out to as many people as you want. And all of these features combined just basically creates a really efficient and really nice piece of software so that you can make sure that everybody in your company is happy as can be. But thank you everyone so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.